G'day jabronis, it is the Verd, back with you again. Welcome here to our Week 3 Team Builder for the PPL. Your Tampa Bay Frogadiers currently 1-1 up against the Adelaide Honchkrows, coached by Bill, who I believe are also 1-1 at this point in the season. Really interesting matchup. We both had a win over Tone. His was not as convincing as mine though, by any stretch of the imagination. Very interesting matchup. Using a couple of mons in this matchup, which I won't be using anymore in the season. It is going to be the last games. It's going to be first games and last games for Bandito and Lick Flair. They're going to be transferred out at the end of this week, but going to send them off with a really good tribute, I think. So Bill's got a very, very scary team, as you can see. Like, very scary. He's a very good player. He actually, funnily enough, we've only played each other once in league format, and he is actually 1-0 against me. Although, when I say league format, it wasn't really a league game, it was Summer Showdown tournament, and although he did beat me, I would actually go on to get runner-up in the entire tournament, so you tell me who the real winner was at the end of that. But regardless, it is going to be an awesome game. Bill is a very good friend of mine and has a very, very scary team, but as you can see, I've brought some pretty wild things to try and handle it. So, let's break into the first set here, which is my Celesteela. This is kind of designed to deal with a bunch of things on Bill's team. First and foremost, it is running pretty gross Celly set, but this set kind of punishes things like Leech Seed Shaman by toxing it. Although he can Leech Seed me, I do have my Rose Raid in the back that can just come straight in against Shaman and put a ton of pressure onto it. He might run HP Fire, but like my Rose Raid can take that quite easily. It's also designed like to obviously smack up Clef. Defensively speaking, it's designed to be able to take a +2 Z superpower, I believe, from Scolipede, in case that's what he decides to go with. But also it can take hits from Keldeo, from Latias, from all the big hitters on his team. And yeah, kind of just be the normal Celly wall. There's not really much to explain when it comes to Celly. It's kind of designed here as a wall more than anything else. But moving on to the next mod here, we got Bandito, the Rose Raid, with a very interesting set. So with the Spadef investment that my Rose Raid has, it actually means that a modest Lava Plume from Heatran cannot knock me out. So I say modest Lava Plume because I feel like he's either going to bring Sugarberry Tran or he's going to bring Scarf Tran. And he could Fire Blast, but if he does, that's going to tell me, you know, that if he is Scarfed with the Fire Blast, then, oh well, I can just go into my Zygarde. And you know, we go from there, basically. But also he may just want to go and cook the Plume. I can take that. I'm running the Hidden Power Ground. With the special attack investment that I have, I can guaranteed Oko Tran most of the time, and it gets enough damage to where even if he's like, I think, fully specially defensive and I burn his Sugarberry, then I kill him on the second one. Because Technician HP Ground is pretty stupid. It's like Earth Power, basically. I have enough speed to creep Tran as well. I think I'm also creeping Claydol with that speed investment. Also potentially Braviary, question mark. I think I'm creeping Braviary. I should be. But Spikes is just super good in this matchup. He does have some removal, but I believe, you know, Claydol can obviously spin, but I feel like Claydol has kind of a shit matchup here, given how, you know, dominant Celly can be in that 1v1. And also the Licky Licky set in that matchup against Claydol is interesting, but Sludge Bomb spam is just super good against his team. His Poison type and Scully can obviously take it, but Celly again can be really frustrating for that to deal with, as well as the fact that Sludge Bomb still does a good chunk to Scully, as does HP Ground. His Steel type and Tran, like I said, I got the HP Ground for, so able to deal with that just fine. This is my main switch into things like Keldeo, as well as Clef. Obviously, Sludge Bomb still does a ton to Clefable, but I do have more than just that way to do with Clef. The thing is, if he brings Magic Guard Clef, then this Rose Raid, like, just absolutely murder it. And if he brings Unaware Clef, then obviously my Celesteela can just murder it. So yeah, let me go on to probably like the God tier set here. So this is the thing, right? I was saying before that if he brings Unaware Clef, I can just smack it up with Celesteela. And this set capitalizes on the fact that he shouldn't bring it. He should bring Magic Guard. So this Licky Licky is designed so that 8 special attack invested Clefables Moonblast can never break my substitute. After that, I proceed to just spam SDs and then click return. If I see that my SD like returns are doing absolute fuck all, I can instantly assume, oh, well, he's going to be unaware then. But by going for the spikes early with Roserade, I can ascertain whether he's unaware or not. If I see the unaware, Selly can just deal with this thing quite easily. But if I don't, then ooh boy, it's time for some Licky Licky action. So basically, with the combination of Return and Earthquake, Licky pretty much decimates his entire team. I was very much considering Curse, because with Curse, Licky Licky could deal with Sableye. But then I realized that what I could also do against Sableye is just go hard into my Diancie and pressure it as well. So there was that that I had to kind of consider at the same time too. So because of that, I just felt like I could easily sub against the Sableye, then either go for EQ for damage, kind of make plays around that. But yeah, I could put a lot of pressure onto Sableye. I also felt like Facade could have been a really nice move to kind of capitalize on Sableye trying to burn me, but I decided against it. This set, like I said, with that bulk, able to just set up so freely against everything and can basically just like slaughter a few mons. I kind of wish that I can't really afford to drop any of my attacking moves, but I kind of wish I could fit Wish onto the set. But because of the Ghost type, I have to respect the Sableye that's going to be there, and I have enough speed, I believe, to creep things like Clef. Yes, I'm creeping Clefable because he doesn't really have anything that Clefable needs to creep on my team, barring potentially Celesteela. But that's a stretch, and I mean, if he creeps Celesteela, then all the more for him. But even then, like, he's never going to be able to break my sub. I can just go for a sub after the Moonblast and then proceed to SDR. But anyway, moving on, we got Scarf Thundy. Just really nice in this matchup. He has Latias and Keldeo. Want to be able to outspeed those. U-turn spam is really nice if he, for some reason, thinks Postal is the counter. Knockoff's also there just to punish things like a Clef with an item, Latias, things like Avalugg if it's AV for some reason as a switch in, but mainly just going to be spamming things like Volt Switch early on, probably U-turn early on actually. Just it's really easy for momentum, and depending on what comes in, like if Avalugg comes in, then again Licky Licky can basically just set up a sub unless he has Raw, which is potential, but I can still probably just get some chip off regardless, or I could just go straight into Diancie since the sturdy of Avalugg is broken and put a lot of pressure on there, as Avalugg is probably his best Zygarde check, barring Unaware Clef. But like I said, if it's Unaware Clef, Selly's going to fist it. So there's that. And Selly also just destroys Avalugg too. So yeah, really solid there, pivoting. Then we got Diancie here, pretty kind of standard Diancie set. I had to run max speed to respect Latias here. Got to try and win that speed tie one way or another. You know, rocks are pretty great in this matchup. There's a lot of situations where I can get Diancie in against certain mons, and they're not really going to want to stay in. Sableye being the prime example, that's just a free rocks turn right there. He could stay in and try and Metal Burst, being Roselli Berry, but I'm just going to get my free rocks and then swap out. You know, like, I have no reason not to do that. Hazard Stack is really solid in this matchup against Bill. We can really punish him. Protect is super good too, as I feel he may bring a Scarfed Keldeo, as well as, you know, the potential for Scarf Tran, Scarf Claydol, the Adriel special, and even Scarf Braviary. Just being able to scout all those things with Protect is super good, and the combination of Power Gem plus Moonblast just rips through his entire team. So, pretty stock standard Diancie set, but it does the job. And then we move on to finally just a nice offensive Zygarde. Basically, again, there's a lot of situations where this thing can just DD up and win games. With Rocks up after a DD, I can basically just knock out Scolipede with E-Speed, which is fun. I'm running Steelium Z Iron Tail because of the fact that this will also allow me to kind of dominate the Clef matchup. Even if he goes for a Cosmic Power, I can go into an Iron Tail, then follow it up with a Z Iron Tail. Yeah, I can just also just go arrows into Z Iron Tail and just blow back Clef. I really wanted to run Waves Zygarde actually in this matchup, truthfully, but I didn't like then having to rely on Iron Tail to be my only way to really smack up Latias. But I really wanted Waves because, like, obviously Waves Zygarde into the Clef, trapping it, and then being able to Iron Tail afterwards, because no man in his right mind goes hard Latias against Zygarde. And even if he goes into Latias, I can just go straight into Diancie, Celesteela, Licky Licky. Like, I've got plays for days. So if I get the chance, obviously I don't want to get it genned again, but if I get the chance to be able to change the move to 1000 Waves somehow in Sun and Moon, then I will figure that out, because looking at this matchup again, like, Waves could work. I mean, the only downside again is Claydol too, but at the same time, like, Claydol I have Celesteela plus Licky for. They can just deal with it. So Waves being able to trap Clef into the Z Iron Tail is super good. The only downside of it too, I guess, is that then Licky kind of loses the mon that it can set up on so freely. So, I don't know. We'll see. Iron Tail, like, with the Z move is also just super good for the Shaman. I could DD upgrade for Z Iron Tail and just get off an absolute crap ton and basically put that Shaman into E-speed range from then on, which is really good. And then +1 Iron Tail, so does a shit ton of Clef. Basically just knocks out Fizzlift Clef. If it's not unaware, +1 Iron Tail basically just knocks Clef out. So Zygarde's a bit of a monster there and can run through the team. Iron Tail, obviously, with the Z move is also great for the Avalugg to be able to just kind of, even if it's like a bulky set, like +1 Iron Tail after Rocks is doing a shit ton. So yeah, that's the team. Pretty straightforward. He's obviously got some threats. I got some threats. We'll just see how it goes. Honestly, like, it's going to be an interesting matchup. I think my basic plan is kind of just like sort out what his sets are early doors, just kind of scout them with Selly and Roserade. Then if I feel like the moment's, or Fundy as well, then when I feel like the moment's right, Licky can just kind of come in and set up and just start doing some damage, and then basically just open the door for Zygarde. To kind of come in and clean the game up. That's the whole point of Zygarde here, is it's meant to be more of a cleaner than like the mid-game mon. Then again, like, Diancie can also just clean by itself, so I've got options. But yeah, that's going to do it. Should be a good game against Bill. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'm very much going to consider that, that 1,000 waves, because damn, like, waves into the Iron Tail. Fuck, that could be really, really good here. I'll have to think about it. I will. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, we'll have the battle against Bill hopefully pretty soon. Pretty keen for this one. But yeah, I'm the Verd, and I'm out this bit.